Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is our semifinals number 2 for the 2v2 event here at Momocon 2025. 20th anniversary for Momocon, 4th year back. We are so happy to be here. We have a pretty stacked lobby ahead of us, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. 5 of the top 7 seeds in the 2v2 tournament are all here. So if you wanted to, pretend that this was the finals,
It feels like a finals.
You very
it really
much
does.
could and justify it.
Yeah.
That being said, still 1 round to go to get there. Top 3 from this room will be joining, I believe, Greg and Flo, Sneaks and Batter Cookie, and I'm drawing a blank.
On the other 2?
Yes, I think it was. Why am I drawing a blank?
Flo, Batter Cookie.
It was Cynic and
Cynic. Yeah.
Cynic, I
thank
remember,
you.
had the controller issue, like
Yeah,
a few
that's
races
right. It
in.
was
So I'm really happy
about
that
mid-match.
they were making it through. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So you have Cynda and Blaze, who have been in the finals every year since they've started coming here back in 2023.
Yeah.
Sneaks seemingly been in that finals every year, but with a different partner this year. But we have some newcomers like Luckyo, Emarie. I mean, from what I've seen from Luckyo, does not lose LAN events, whether that's Nintendo hosted, singles, doubles. So
That's so true.
and it's going to be the greatest test yet. So
Yeah.
we're going to see. But joining us is a lot of Arcadia as well.
Yeah, and just going back really quick, Cynda and Blaze got 5th last year.
There we
so
go,
we'll have
Soldier.
To see if they
Moo
can
Moo's
bring
mask.
mask. Everybody loves that, honestly. He brings it every year.
Yeah. Nick and Soldier, by the way, returning champions right now.
Yeah.
Saw that Ty and Ember barely missed out on that last race with the green shells at the end of DK Summit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The whole crowd popped off from that one.
Well, keep in mind, Ty, part of that champion team back in 2023, barely missing the cut this year. We've seen JPG and Michael win tournaments together at Catalyst.
Yeah.
Nick and Soldier, one of our last champion teams that are still together that could make a run at it, so we'll see if we get there.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of familiarity in this room. You mentioned it earlier. There's 5 Arcadia players, 4 HD players, so it's going to be tough. I mean, these guys bring the heat.
Well, we've got some underdog stories also. Zekiecat and Yezy, both here from Vegas. Another Vegas team, by the way.
Yeah.
This is Yezy's first LAN outside of the state.
Outside of the state. So he's doing really well.
Yeah.
And I got to cheer for my boy Zekiecat. I'll remain unbiased, but that is one of my team members on OnlyFriends. So happy to see that he's made it this far.
Well, we're going to start things off with Ribbon Road for anybody following the scene for a while. In HD and Arc Room, this is not much of a surprise at all, but excited to see it. Let's get into it.
So it seems like a lot of teams are, a few teams are color coordinating here, so it might be easy to kind of keep track of everything that's going on. We're getting started. This is an interesting track because the tech kind of relies on the waves of the track and how you're able to manipulate that into your favor and stay ahead. If you time trial this quite a bit, I know I picked it up recently. I know that there are certain times where you can hit certain waves and it works in your favor, but I think a lot of these players are going to be able to work out the kinks there.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to follow the Pink Yoshis. We have one Pink Yoshi team. I believe gdin there was deciding that he was going to crash up Arti as well.
Yes, and we also have Luckyo on a Pink Yoshi too, so
yeah.
maybe we'll see him switch off, who knows.
Cynda and Blaze often use the same combos, whether that's been Luigi Ink Striker in the past, this year both on the black Yoshi Teddy. And that is an early blue coming in. Soldier's not going to be able to get out of that, and it is Arti taking the early lead.
Yeah, that, oh my
Ooh, and a
gosh.
bomb back on Blaze right there, too.
You can't avoid that. That was a really good place because then he was able to chain into the doubles there.
So we've got 2 Canadian members from ARC up in top 2 on different teams, however, but Arti has created a lot of space for himself there.
Yeah,
Nick,
poor...
common Birdo main.
Yeah,
Be easy to spot there.
Nick does love Birdo, yes.
Absolutely. And 4 different players up front, a little bit of space there, and they're all on different teams, and that's always an interesting dynamic in these 2v2 settings.
Yeah, I'd be curious. There's another blue shell already. I guess it makes sense because of the early blue shell that had came out. It's going to be targeting onto Arti here.
And something happened in second. It's actually Yezy coming up with triple reds that are getting stolen right on the spot.
Oh, no. That would have been so good to have in first place. Nobody would have wanted to got in front of Yezy. incredible player.
Zekiecat is up here as well, and wouldn't it be a great statement if both of them?
Safe. Yeah.
Can we get a mushroom is the
That's
question.
What I'm thinking. Yep,
there
that's
is
what
one,
banking on.
and this could be a big statement.
Really
for,
has to be. I knew that was going to happen. No.
I think Arti stole first place there at the very end.
I think Zeke might have been able to avoid that had he used his. He got last from that.
That is so
If he had
brutal
used his
right
review,
there.
he could have seen that coming.
That's always tough.
Such a bummer.
That's the gamble on Ribbon Road, and that's how small the margins are.
Yeah.
That was so close from just the bottom seat of the room, taking a commanding lead on race
I know.
one.
They almost got 1-3 if that didn't happen. Maybe even
Yezy still
top
got
two.
Yezy still got second there.
Still got second. Okay.
Arti snuck in at the very end, so
Yeah.
pretty good start for him and gdin, just on the fact
Yeah.
that got first alone, and
Well, great
actually
start
gdin in third.
Yeah, and great start for the Shooting Star team. We got Luckyo and Emarie who got 4-5 that match.
So
and
two teams emerging race one, and it wasn't the one that we initially even expected as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just going to get harder and harder as we go along.
Well,
we are going into race number 2 on Waluigi Stadium. I've seen this every single match.
Yeah, that's how you know we're at an American land right now when
That is
Waluigi
so
Stadium's
true.
being picked.
Well, and I think it makes sense with the players we have here. They're very tech-heavy, and this is a tech-heavy track, so that absolutely makes sense.
Fourth place, the triple nines right now. Kind of a funny little tidbit there.
Fourth place, triple nines.
Yeah. Arti and gdin have just got to be, feeling great about how that first race ended. They played that track almost every war, and it came up huge for them immediately.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. We're pretty much chaining Mogies here.
Oh, Yezy going for blood early. My gosh.
Yeah.
Backing that immediately in the cup. We don't care about the defense right there. He knows that he's not getting redded.
Oh, yeah. Cynda in fourth place right now with the shroom. Oh, wow. That banana almost got him.
It'll be interesting to see how Cynda and Blaze handle the perhaps slower start. It's not like it was an awful one.
Yeah.
But I would say that this is a team that is always going to be scary. And, Cynda, we talked about him plenty, former Momocon champion, scored 161 in the lobby.
That's insane.
But
Absolutely
one thing
insane.
left on his list of to-dos is to win Momocon 2v2,
Yeah.
and it seems that he wants to do it with Blaze. And Blaze helped get him here, believe it or not,
Yeah.
getting the big score of the last round, too.
Yeah,
And he's
Cynda
up
in
into
first place with a shroom, so that's going to work in his favor. I think there was a little bit of peace play going on between Yezy and Cynda. Either Yezy opted to let him go into first, or something happened to Yezy. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if that had something to do with the red, but that's going to be
There
great
he
for
is.
Cynda. The Fire Flower coming in and hitting Brandon, and this is a
he's
track.
getting some space now.
Cynda is really fast on this track, so
Yeah.
this is exactly what him and Blaze need to get right back into it, because Yezy has not escaped distance from Brandon, and Brandon is backed up by his teammate in fourth right now.
3-4. So that's why he was able to throw that green up, because I was like, oh gosh, is his teammate behind him? Yes,
Yeah.
it is, and they have great communication to
I
be able to
imagine
do that.
Boo almost saving Teeples a step right now, and Brandon goes down to Yezy, but
I
Teeps is
think-
on the way up right now.
Cynda should still have his shroom. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. So he's going to be able to dodge this blue shell.
And he's had so much space that they're not even going to be
Yeah.
throwing anything at him, I
Nothing
imagine.
is going to be able to catch up to him right
This-
now. He is just gone.
This could be a great race for Teeps and Brandon, too, who started on 9 points also. If they can hold on to 2-4, that would be a massive comeback for them, too, and that would make this really interesting.
Yeah, ooh, gotta watch out for that bill.
Who is the Bill? It is
Brandon.
Arti
Or Arti.
getting fourth there. That's a great race for KE, and Cynda and Blaze are going to be coming up the points also, with Cynda up in first and Blaze in sixth. And poor Yezy all the way back to 12 after a prominent showing up front for quite a bit, too.
Oh, yeah, and look at where Nick and Soldier landed. They got 8-9 that race.
I want to talk about that, too. They didn't have a great first race. This
Yeah.
is our former champion team as well, so you never want to count them out, but
Yeah.
they've got to start finding something soon. But, this is a team that has quite a lot of tracks that they can work with.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good at both of each other's picks, too.
Yeah, Team Y also had a poor race. Unfortunately, Zeke and Yezy getting 7 and 12. So
This is going to be difficult for them. This
It
is
is.
going to be one of the higher level Mogies that
Yeah.
they've been in. And that includes Lounge as well.
Yeah.
We've got some players here right now. So.
What would you categorize this room as?
I'm not going to make that guess because I don't have the MMR on hand. But I would say that it's pretty high level. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. We're going into Grumble Volcano, another track that I've seen quite a bit of.
Yeah. I will say that bill at the end for Arti came up huge. That allowed them to maintain the lead right now. We have a tie for third right now between KE, and we're just going to go Star on the name. Right now, Y enlist only 10 back. That's not that bad right there. One big race and you're back in it. HG proved it the very last race too.
It's still pretty close. I mean, shocking to see Nick and Soldier in last right now, but it's early. It's early. We're not even a GPN yet. So.
Oh, and Brandon got a hot start right there. He's going to have a trail to back him up as well. And that could help a lot with extending that lead. And the team they're tied with is right behind.
Yeah, everybody braking because of these greens, creating a little bit of space.
Arti in an interesting position right there. He's shielded. He has a decision to make right now. We're going to see what he does right now. Opting to hold, but he gets hit by Brandon. And Brandon's going to have to, I believe, burn any defense right there because of that exchange.
Oh, Blaze. Oh, that was smart. Smart usage of the smart
I see what you did there.
Oh, there is a blue shell. I think I saw Zeke in second with the shroom.
What is going on?
Wait, what?
Emarie somehow dodging that in the thick of everything. I think it's actually Blaze pulling into first right now, but it is close and he is not safe yet. And as we see, he's already out. Zeke now holds on to first, and Emarie's up there. Also, there's so many players on so many different teams up here right now.
I know. It's just going to turn into more and more chaos just having all of these enemies around.
And, Nick's in the back right now, building up. It's not the worst spot to be in when a pack is layered like this. So we'll see. But Cynda and Blaze, I was going to say we're both up here, but there goes Blaze.
Yeah. Zeke's been up in the front here quite a bit, I've noticed, for these past 2 laps. So we'll see if he can hold on to it. But that is Soldier in second. He needs this.
Yeah, they do. And this is a very compact track right now, and this pack is very close. Soldier is pulling into first right now, actually.
Oh, yes. He was able to hit him out.
Cynda opting to go the pass split. Kind of smart decision based on...
Honestly, with all the chaos going on, it's a really good idea.
He's going to have to space from Zeke right now. It's gonna be decision time for Zeke coming up soon.
Yeah,
does Soldier have anything to dodge? I don't think he does.
So, no.
Nick's on his way up. I think Cynda's pulling into first again. We'll see if Zeke has anything. Luckyo's up here in a star as well. Red is coming out. Is Cynda going to make it? I don't think he is, but Luckyo isn't either.
No!
And Zeke, I think, might have pulled into first right there, and he did.
Yeah, despite not taking the cut, still able to pull out a first place spot.
A lot of emotions that race, I'm not going to lie.
The crowd went a little crazy there for that one.
Soldier was up there for so much of that race, and then just the ending got
robbed,
him.
Man. Yeah, that's rough.
You hate to see that for him. That was the craziest ending. Going aggro on Cynda right there, but the immediate hit on Luckyo as well right after. That's why we talk about space all the time. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You can't just throw reds, guys. I've watched all of you play before. All of us fall for it.
I know.
The best of us do.
Well, sometimes, your emotions do get the best of you.
It's 3 extra points. That's a lot.
I know. But, you do with it what you can, so.
Absolutely. So, the
this
Soldier
and
Nick storyline, they're going to have to come back. Nick was in the back a lot that race, managed to pull 5th, so it's not an Armageddon type of race, but still not what they were looking for.
Yeah.
DK Malta coming in. This is a track that you're also familiar with. And wow, this top 3 is all very close.
This might actually work in Zeke's favor, especially having a top spot here, because OnlyFriends picks this track all the time.
Yeah, Zeke very used to playing this track in 6v6 quite frequently. So if there's any track that you should feel comfortable hanging with the big dogs on, it might be this one.
I believe in him. I think he can do it.
That said, in a land setting, DK Mountain, notorious for a lot of blues and shocks. It's one of those very interesting tracks that feels like a very skillful runner and also requires a lot of bagging skills and expertise.
Yeah, you have to keep an eye on the minimap, especially with the cannon set. It can get a little dangerous with shocks coming into play, especially in the later matches.
Extending the range. You get shocks pretty high up on that track relatively because of the cannon tricking.
And you can target shock people over the gap cut as well, so.
Blaze getting, I think that was a trail. It almost looked like both, but Blaze going down immediately right after. I almost wonder if he wanted to do it with Cynda up there, but I don't think Cynda's up there anymore. So it's Luckyo emerging from the pack, Yezy right behind. Again, Y needing a pretty big race, and Nick is up in 3rd, and this is another track that Nick might feel very comfortable on, being a very fast T-tier, and that matters quite a lot here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Emarie doing what Emarie is notorious for, having great items and great positions, and we never see how it happens until it happens. But that said, gonna have to watch out right now. Going in early. Cynda going in also. Cynda's like, I think your teammate might have shock right there.
Trying to read the room there, but no shock in play.
Gonna have to watch out for these bananas right now. Nick still holding on to third. Seems to be content with this for now and can't hate on the decision right now.
Yeah, he needs some big plays right now. They're in last overall with 27 points, so holding on to these top spots is going to be super important for Team List.
Teeps is going to be up here in a second. Nick definitely didn't like that pull right there and punishing Cynda. The HD members just taking each other out, and Teeps is just...
It looks like he's stopped on the bridge.
Frame one out of the bill.
We've all been victim to that before.
But the thing that this is best for,
There's
perhaps,
the shock.
I was going to say it's going to be for our top two, but the shock is going to get the rest of the room kind of into the cannon, so maybe not a ton of slowdown.
Harder to capitalize off of for sure.
I mean, top 6 is really starting to get separated. Top 2 still have some distance themselves, too. I don't imagine Luckyo and Yezy.
In first
Yezy's
place right
won.
now. Yeah.
I mean, this could be a
Zekiecat
huge
last,
storyline. Can Yezy hold on to it right now? Because they need this race, and Luckyo is right behind them. Seemingly nothing to lose. I think it is 5 separate teams in the top 5 also. I think Yezy is going to hold on to this, which would be pretty big considering Zeke is in the back. It is gdin up here also. Will Teeples be able to live? Arti is up here too. That could be a great race for SFC. And they needed that, and they might even get back into first with that race considering that Yezy and Luckyo's teammates got bottom 2 right there as well.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that's... Well, Zeke was able to avoid last there, so was able to get a 1:11 out of that situation, but...
That's a good race.
Yeah,
that's a good race.
Good race. Emarie got last there.
Yeah, I think there was a... That was one of those... So we talked about running versus bagging a lot, and that was one of those races where all the keys that needed to unlock for the runners to win were unlocked. There were people in the back that were wanting to come back, but when they got into good spots like Cynda and Emarie with power items, they almost psyched each other out.
Yeah.
There were people hitting each other out in 3-4. Teeples out of the bill immediate redded. We would always joke that, you know, he's probably been hit more than any player in the history of Mario Kart.
That was so sad to
Showing
watch.
us why right there.
Yeah,
I think he still got a decent spot because of how the pack was spaced right there, but...
I mean, it looks like Teeples was still able to get 4th, so...
Yeah. I'm happy. I would have been a little bit upset if I was him with that red.
Yeah.
That was I've seen very few reds that could be described as more irritating than that.
Yeah, especially frame 1 out of the bill, man. Another track that we've seen quite a bit here, we have Bowser's Castle for race number 5.
And there are still 5 teams that are within 15 points of each other. List is still not done and out yet.
Yeah, list is not out yet. We can still bring it back.
A lot of reds in hands early. It's going to be interesting to see if there's going to be patience or immediate aggressiveness. I think we're at the point of the Mogi where patience might be a virtue because everybody's close to everybody. There's no immediate need to hit any particular team out if you're anybody right now. And weirdly,
I mean, the only teams that may be targeting each other are going to be HD and Team Y because
I don't
they're just
even
a
think
few
so that
points
much
away
because
from each other.
We're early enough in the Mogi where a lot's going to happen and one race can change a lot. But
we're not even halfway, so...
Given the top 5 are all close to each other, it almost kind of works in Nick and Soldier's favor to get back into this because they might be able to go under the radar given how much time is left. And they aren't actually down that much. It's just GP1.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. So they do have 37 points, and then the team in 5th place has 50. So there is some ground that needs to be made up.
Anyway, Blaze up in first right now. We haven't seen him up front a ton up to this point, but finally claiming his position up front. And Blaze is one of those players that's definitely very capable of making stuff happen too. He's got a little bit of distance to boot.
Yeah, definitely.
Gene and Arti both kind of up here as well. And the back from Blaze going to ricochet off the wall. And
I was going to say, what an odd angle for that, but I mean, that had to have been calculated.
Oh, Gene is off the bomb explosion. And Brandon and Blaze have a runaway top 2 right now. I don't know if they're going to be, almost piecing in a sense, but Blue is out, and I wonder if Brandon might just have a shrew. Maybe not. It looks like he just hit Blaze out, and he, that's why we don't throw red.
That's Cynda in first, yeah?
That's Blaze in first right now. Cynda's up in 4th. This could be a big race for HD, though.
Yeah, that could be a really big race. They are, I mean, as far as the standings go, they're pretty comfortably in 3rd right now, so...
And this would propel them probably to first again, because both of them are up here right now if Cynda lives. Emarie and Luckyo are in the middle of the pack right now. This could be a race that spreads the gap quite a bit. Cynda's planning on shrooming up. I don't know if he's going to be able to block. It looks like Arti might have actually No, it was lag. It was Arti pulling second right there. 1-4 for Team HD. They will probably be in first after this race. And decent, I mean...
the backs on the line there are getting more and more aggressive, too.
A lot of other teams did not have 2 people up in great spots right there, so I imagine that will be the race that puts HD back in first of 24 on the board right there.
Yep. We have, let's see, it looks like Zeke and Yezy got a 7-10 race, so.
Yeah, it's not going to be winning them, but
yeah, because
there's still time.
I mean, they're in 4th place right now, so they have 50. They had 54 points, updating the scores here, but
yes,
yeah, that's it's going to be a little tight here in those mid sections.
I mean, if you're Yezy and Zeke, you just want to be a factor.
Yeah.
The way you win against players that are ranked higher, that are beatable, is just keep it close, make them a little bit nervous. And then when you get to that race 10, race 11, 12, the heart starts pounding a little. One mistake is all it takes.
Yeah.
And even if you just find the lucky window to dodge and you get one good race, suddenly leads can feel insurmountable even when they aren't.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of mental factor to this.
This is the worst case scenario here.
Might not be for everybody. I mean, the ice on the ground, I know Arti loves it.
Jacob filled me in that Arcadia loves picking Animal Crossing.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Well,
and there's a lot of Arcadia players in here, so
yeah,
I think a lot of them are going to be
winter.
pretty comfortable with this track.
A lot of them like winter as well, and I will say
they do like winter. Really.
Winter makes this kind of a hard bagging track as well.
It just seems like the one that people don't want. The version of the track that people don't want.
Well, I think that's just from the runner perspective. I mean, we're watching Emarie right now, who might even say that winter is right up her alley. Going back at the beginning, thinking, I'm going to outsmart everybody and find my way up to the front.
We usually see Emarie running, so seeing her bagging in the back is a little bit different gameplay from her. I mean, I like to see it.
I would say that this is just a bagging course straight up on winter.
Yeah.
You can bag it in other places, but any track that has a cut this big at the very end, it's obviously going to feel that way.
Yeah.
Interesting strategy coming out for Cynda and Blaze right now in 1-3, both running it up. It's a risk, but if it's one that pays off, it's one that will put them at a big lead.
Yeah, I mean, look at the mini-map. Like, there's such a huge gap right now. There's going to be a shot that's going to be pulled here very soon.
Well, Emarie went back at the beginning and Luckyo.
There it is.
Oh, and it's very early. I wonder if it was Zeke and Yezy. I don't. No, it wasn't because Zeke's up here. Yezy just reading it well.
Squished his teammate.
Bad signs for HD right now, but perhaps Fink's looking up and up for why. Cynda's going to do something right here. It's just a question of what if.
Cheeky little bomb there.
And like I said, guess who's up in first at the end of lap 2 with multiple shrooms out?
Yeah, she's going to hold on to these.
Well,
she's going to take the cut, and then
but hold one.
If the possibility of another blue shell comes in, she's still protected.
And Blaze is throwing reds right now. There is a fight for first. Yezy's definitely probably going to want to try to get up there if possible, but I don't know if it will be possible.
Yeah, I mean, second place.
This is good for Blaze right here. I mean, he's got to watch out and make sure he doesn't get hit. I'm interested to see where Luckyo is right now, to be honest, because this could be a huge race for them. But again, Emarie's going to play some games right now. Brandon hitting out Blaze. Emarie wants no part of this red up in front, trying to get the win that way. And we'll see. T pulling an item just barely right there. Luckyo is going to take the cut. This could be a huge race for them. Emarie did get first. It's going to be a 1-3.
Wow, that's a big race for them. I think I saw... Yeah, KE got a really bad race there.
Brutal at the very end. And I think our top 2 teams are going to separate themselves a little bit right there because...
Yeah, because Team KE and Y were tied in this last race for 60 points.
And HD, like, very quietly got a good 4-6 race. It's just, overshadowed by the 1-3.
Yeah.
They might have lost the lead there, but I would say that race still probably increased their odds of winning the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of solidifies them just a little bit more. Yeah. One of those spots that moves on top 3 teams advance. So
yeah, and SFC is in a pretty good spot themselves, I would say. So.
Yeah. And we just passed the halfway mark too.
Yep, they got 2-5, which is even better actually. So.
Yeah, that was big for them. That was really big for them. They're pretty comfortably in second place. So.
Well, that race was big for fans of uneven rooms. So that's not me though.
I'm really interested in the track selection that we see here.
Yeah, I love it.
Stream can't see it, but I see a lot of pinball ice. I call it ice cream. Sky High Sunday is its government
DS
name.
Mario Circuit up there.
DS Mario.
No
Circuit.
way you just describe a track as having a government name.
I call it ice cream.
Are we serious? Are you serious
it's
right
ice
now?
Cream.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
We're going to Koopa Cape though. Another track that we've seen quite a bit of.
Yeah, we've reached the halfway mark now, so it's going to be do or die time soon. There is a 1-point gap separating the top 3 teams.
Wow.
The question at this point is, all of them are probably in good standing. The question is, can any of those in the bottom 3 make their way up into this top 3? Can they make it interesting? Who's going to be the one that has a scare? Is it going to happen at all? We'll see.
I don't know, man. Like, this is looking... I mean, it's still just the halfway point. Anything can happen, but, like, that is a huge gap between 3rd and 4th.
The top 3 teams before last race all finished in the top 6 amongst all the players.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the effect of this.
Yeah.
Likely something that won't happen for the rest of the tournament. That's just a very rare occurrence.
Yeah.
So I am curious when it comes to... Okay, I'm not even going to finish my thought because that bomb was ridiculous. What is the approach for these teams in the back right now? Because they still have to compete amongst themselves, but all of them need one of the teams in the top 3 to fall as well.
Yeah.
It almost creates like this mental effect where it's like the act of being at the point disadvantage creates like an in-race disadvantage as well, and that's not ideal for wanting to root for a team to sneak up there. But again, a top 2 is something that could change a lot on a dot.
It absolutely can.
Guess
but
what? Top 2, 4, all those teams that were in the bottom. But guess what? Teep's throwing a bomb back, and he's created some distance for himself.
Yeah, and I saw Zeke hit out Nick over by the shortcut, so I don't think he was able to optimize that as much as he wanted to, because he was up there, but now he's not anymore.
It's going to be interesting to see what Brandon can make out of this race. He was a week 1 world record holder on this track. Does not particularly like the track from what I've heard, but his teammate has a breakaway in first. His teammate has a breakaway in first right now. If he can do anything to get up there, currently with 10 coins and a shroom, but going to have to burn it right there. If he can find his way into the front, but it's such a struggle, it could be a big race in waiting for them. But second place is starting to get closer to Teeps, and I have to wonder, is he safe as well? Blaze holding a star up here. It is Emarie in second. What's working for Teeps is all the teams behind him are on different teams.
Yeah, I was about to say, if I were him, I would go into that sometime soon.
Oh,
wow,
Blaze
going for an aggressive play.
Oh
wow,
my gosh, Blaze
no
trying to get the
flip. Honestly, it could have worked.
Ooh, Nick taking a hit on the line. Did Brandon get a decent spot? Because it could be, just 11. So not great for the bottom 3 teams still, even despite Teeples pulling into first right there.
Yeah, and we had, looks like Nick and Soldier in 7-9.
I saw one of them get hit at the end, and it's looking kind of grim for our defending champions right now.
I know. That's actually so surprising.
They're going to have to string together at least like 4 really good races out of the remaining 5.
Do you think they can pull it out, though? I mean, looking at the performance from these other teams,
I don't like
they've been consistent.
I don't like to say it, but if I was a betting man, I would not bet on it right now. But I do think there is a high chance of something becoming interesting. We'll see how it develops, but one good sign is we're seeing Blaze going, Blaze just out for blood on SFC right there.
Oh, I know. That was
Blaze,
crazy.
if your team advances, you're in the finals. Like, either way, you don't get an easier room. So
yeah.
I like seeing him go for these big hits. He's doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Wants to win this room still.
Yeah, I mean, he's an aggressive
No
player,
peace play.
like in a good way. Like he's coming for points. So
He knows when he wants to take his shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was calculated. He was in a star. It was pretty safe, so no real risk for him. We're going straight to a bagger on DS Mario Circuit.
This is one of my favorite bagging tracks in the game.
It's a fun one. I like this one too.
It has a lot of shortcuts that you have to kind of think about a little bit.
Yeah, like it's not just like a dry or something where you just drive through the off-road.
Well,
you
even
have to have a little more strategy to it.
Even the upcoming one, it's like there's a version that you can do
that's
just better.
Yeah,
And you can still like not fail it, but not do it particularly well, and that can be enough for you to lose first.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have 3 runners right now. Looks like Zeke and Teeps are both up there, perhaps hoping for the big race.
Ooh.
It is either Blaze or Cynda in third, but Zeke has a little bit of distance. It is Cynda opting to run right now. But it looks like Teeps going wide for coins. I mean, Zeke is
just gone.
Has a massive lead right now.
I feel like if there's any shock or anything,
they're
still fine.
What's going on with Yezy will be interesting too, because if Yezy's able to dodge a shock, that might be like the window for them back into this. Because I mean, for Yezy, you just got to hope that you can dodge without many others. Blue is coming out, though. Yezy does dodge, but this is still not good for Zeke. I'd say that Yezy might even be in a better spot. Gdin is going to dodge, and Gdin.
Yeah. I saw Gdin in 4th with the Bill earlier, and I mean, they timed that really well. It was either their teammates' shock or just great timing. So
still, I mean, Yezy dodged, but I would say the advantage is gone for their team right now.
Oh, well, I mean, they're in like what?
Ooh, Cynda might be a problem right now.
They're in 5-7 right now.
Brandon's like, get me out of here. I'm in the star immediately. Do not throw. This red will hit your teammate if you throw it.
Just backing up towards Zeke.
This looks like a great... I think SFC is a great race in the making right now.
Wow.
Brandon needs to hold on for KE if they want to do anything.
Can
he seal? No, the blooper. Or no, it's the Boo sealing it.
Yep.
The blooper was in first. That could have potentially been a stolen one right there.
Wow.
So another decent race for KE, but probably not enough. Blaze and Cynda falling back. Emarie and Luckyo, kind of a bad race right there. So that's something to monitor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were previously, like just a few, there was a tie for first between HD and the Shooting Star team, and then third place had 98.
It was practically a three-way tie.
Yeah, it was pretty much a three-way tie for like first place right now.
I don't know which team is going to fall, if there is one, but Luckyo and Emarie, perhaps the early favorites for that honor that nobody wants. They're still in a good spot, of course. They had 29-point lead on 4th place before that race, and 4th place only got 2-11, so 13. Wow. So only lost about 10 or so on them. So they're still sitting pretty, but got to get it together on that.
And unfortunately, with Zeke's team also being on the cusp here, opted to run and then paid for it. Got 10th place that last race. So
yeah, I would say if there is a change, most likely it would come down to Teeples and Brandon. It looks like there's a tie for second still. SFC has taken a bit of a lead right now. KE 27 down. I must have underestimated how far back they were that race. But
wow.
I mean, their window is, can Brandon get into first right now? And I think Gdin might have actually switched color to Brandon's color, so that's going to make it more difficult to fall. Actually, no, I think he was pinking. I just couldn't see. Gdin failed the start boost. That's big for Brandon, I think.
That's very interesting. You don't see that a lot, especially
this is a hard runner. This is a hard runner. If he can survive the beginning, it looks like he actually
him into the car.
I thought he might have lost that exchange, but he didn't. This is a big opportunity perhaps for him. He has some defense up front. Can he get the coins to take advantage? Because this is a track that is really good to front runners.
Oh, yeah. Well, and even if like something impactful like a shock happens or a blue happens, there's so many boost pads that it really doesn't do a lot to change the standings. So
he's gonna have to watch out. He has Soldier behind him. HD in the past with Soldier picked this team picked this track quite a bit. Cynda's up there too, and Teeples is up here in 5th right now. If he can just shield and get him out of there. Soldier's gone too. This is a 1-4 all of a sudden. 2-3 are different teams. Wow. Is this the path back into this for KE?
This is where the aggression starts to come in these top spots.
Yeah, but Brandon does not have a big lead right now. Perhaps. Oh, but the bomb might change that.
Wow. Whose bomb was that?
Brandon's.
That was Brandon's?
Getting Luckyo out. Teeples going for the shot. Wow. Don't think it hit right now. Teeples got to be careful right now.
Yeah, they both have
you don't need to
rotating
aggro.
shell up. Nope,
you don't need to aggro. It's Moki.
He's trailing a bomb.
Oh, he's got to watch out. Shrooms is a great pull for him right there to allow for some improv.
Recovery,
Blue is out. Is Brandon going to be fine? There are cars to hit. I think
he's going to hit the
truck. The truck! No! The shot canceled!
Failed it.
That's a good timing for him. Cynda's up in first right now, but doesn't have an item.
Oh.
There's a horn. Soldier on his way up and getting the swish. Soldier's going to be in first right now. They need that too.
This, yeah.
So Nick in the back also. It's falling apart a little bit for KE right now. Soldier is going to take first. Can Teeples at least get second? Soldier hits the car for fun.
Look at how tight that pack is going into the finish lap.
It's still decent for KE, but perhaps not great. Soldier getting first right there. 1-9 for Team List. Don't count them out yet if this is the beginning of a stand for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's workable when you're getting first. If you can start chaining them, and man,
just got to keep that up. Keep it up, and it's not the end yet.
If you're KE, man, it was a fine race, but it was right there. That 20-plus race, it was right there.
Really gambled on those triple greens, but
yeah,
that's crazy.
Moonview is such a fun track to commentate because you just get a focus on the front and forget about the stars. Like every hit just feels so big. Every time somebody got trailed, it's like I can feel the win probability increasing by the second.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if one person comes up and ruins it. And man, Soldier right there, taking care of business with the fire, getting
That's
the first
right.
that had been evading for quite a bit. We'll see what happens here. This is an interesting track for them because Nick is in the back. He has a shroom. I mean, he likely can get a shroom, but can Soldier hold first as well? SFC looking really good in the standings right now. A commanding plus 41 over that fourth place team. HD
Now,
still looking good. I mean, even Star looking good.
Are you sure it's not too late for our 4th and 5th and 6th teams?
5th and 6th, I mean, 35 points behind with, I want to say, 3 races. That's a lot, but you can gain 20 points in a race.
Okay.
But a top 2 has to happen for one of those teams, really, for it to be realistic.
And they only have 3 races left. This is race number 10.
KE, you can close the gap in one race if you get a big race. That said, I don't know if they're Shy Guy Falls connoisseurs. Not a lot of people are, but we've seen Shy Guy Falls more than, I want to say, Excite Bike Arena this weekend. So
Yeah. I haven't seen this a lot this week at all.
guess which team's in 2-4 right now? That's kind of an interesting wrinkle. And
That's
guess
what
who's
we
in
need.
1-3 as well?
Wow.
I was talking about the possibility of Nick getting that shroom early on and maybe Soldier being able to hold on to first. This is an interesting dynamic. It's a little bit of a 2v2, but Brandon still has to keep 5th place behind. There's not a lot of distance back there, but Nick's lead is growing right now.
Yeah, you said that he was pretty comfortable on this track, so
that
it
is-
shows.
That is a good... Oh, the back bomb's going to put List in the top 2. He's going for Soldier.
Took away all of Brandon's green shells. It's so sad.
Blue
that
is
would have been
out.
essential protection. to
Soldier
have
has
right
shroom.
now.
Does Nick have anything to dodge with it right now? I don't imagine he does if he's going wide.
Yeah.
Soldier's up in first. Nick's just going to have to recover.
I think he can still hold on, though.
That's
He's
a great
in like
pull.
4th right now, 5th.
Soldier kind of starting to heat up a little bit right now. We'll see if Nick can find a shroom to help propel him back up there. Brandon's still up here too. Bomb going for gdin right now. Emery on her way up as well.
It's hard to say where the mini map is so tight. It's hard to say where Nick is at this point.
If you're Brandon, I almost want to say like first is important, but you need to get the people behind you hit as well, because if Emery and Luckyo have a good race as well, like that's still not really ideal for you, I want to say. Blue is
There's
out
another blue
again
shell.
for Team List.
I was not expecting there to be another blue. It's almost like it hit the 30-second timer on the
I
dot.
know, and Soldier's going down, but Brandon's taking
this
the
is
cut.
heartbreaking.
Where is Teeps, though? Because if he can get a decent spot here, this might be a race for them that they really like to have. He is in the back, and the big race seems to be evading them, and it seems that bottom 3 is going to consist of players from our bottom 3 teams. Soldier and Brandon were still up there, but only Brandon is going to live to tell the tale, and Emery and Luckyo, a big race, and that's not what any of them want to see right now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
They're actually losing ground on 3rd, believe it or not, with that, even with the 1st. So it's starting to become now or never time, and I think that might have possibly been the nail in the coffin for Nick and Soldier, who unfortunately took 2 blues
They were
right there.
up there the whole time.
I know. The sad part about these tournaments is sometimes you just need to have a better start, so
Yeah.
you don't lose
don't
it
fall.
all
It-
based on the unlucky races that come later.
and
And
there's like this-
maybe they were unlucky early, but
Yeah, there's like this mental thing you have to get over whenever things start to go downhill. You got to keep yourself up, and you got to motivate your teammates. And I'm not sure what the communication like is over there, but I imagine they're probably not really in a good place right now.
yeah, it's hard to
Mentally.
keep composure, especially when you
Yeah.
feel like, well, we might be out anyway. But I will say, not that placement is something that you always want to play for. I mean, it is wide open for 4th still if you're them. That said, I don't want to call it yet. I think Brandon, Teeps, kind of on their way back up still. It's still quite the uphill climb, but they might have a window if any top 2s can happen. But that was a great race for Luckyo and Emery still. So a 25-point gap. That's what you're looking at. The good
Yeah.
news is it doesn't necessarily have to be Emery and Luckyo. It could potentially be HD as well, with Blaze and Cynda only 1 point ahead of them.
Yeah?
I will say, feeling pretty good if I'm gdin and Arti right now.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty comfortable. So I don't think they really have anything to worry about going into these last 2 races.
Don't say that, but I
Maybe
agree.
I just cursed it.
I mean,
I've done that before.
like gdin, Arti, don't get mad at us,
Wow.
but I hope you did curse it. I need some interesting content. Brandon
wow.
has kind of come alive. Same as Soldier, even if it hasn't always translated.
I don't know if
So
you saw it, but he had like a crazy snipe on gdin over there.
guess what? Teeps is going to be taking first. This might be an early top 2 for them, actually.
Yeah.
I know other people took the cut, so likely not the case. But Brandon is still very much up here right now. Definitely going to want to be hitting Cynda, and he does!
There it is.
So there it is. Top 2 kind of gets right by him.
Wow, they're going to keep each other safe. Oh.
Yeah, I think, did they get the pivot right? Yes, they did, but they got to watch out. Luckyo seems to be gaining time right now. Teeps might have to
putting the teammate in the
Teeps
first
might have to
place.
shroom away. Is Luckyo going to pop this horn? He does. Listen to me over there, I say. Doesn't want to get hit by this horn. Luckyo opting to be safe right now. This pack is very congested, though, and Luckyo responds as such.
Seems like Luckyo is gaining speed on him. I wonder how many coins Teeples has, because Luckyo was gaining on him pretty hard to where he had to use that shroom to avoid the horn.
Brandon opting for no items right now. And it's like we have teammates up here. Nick making an appearance up here as well with a shroom, too. That's big. But look at this mini-map, Brat. It's very close.
It's so tight.
This could be really good for Teeps and Brandon if they're able to pull any shrooms right here, because I don't think there's going to be a shock.
That is the second blue Nick has tanked in the last 2
Well,
races.
he had something to dodge it with, but it's still not ideal on a track like Mary Mountain with a huge shroom cut at the very end.
He needed that shroom for the cut, yeah.
Nick really needs some of the spacing back here to kind of cost him. Teeps, unfortunately for him, having to burn a shroom again because of a red behind. We'll see if Luckyo goes for the chains right here. He might opt to play safe, though. Already on his way up right now.
Nick is still in first.
He is. Where is Brandon? Oh, Luckyo's going to go for some kind of motion glider. Teeps getting a trail out. Brandon is in the back. That's probably going to be it for their tournament. Nick does get first. Soldier in the back is probably not going to move the needle quite enough, and I think that's probably enough to kind of solidify our top 3 for this round.
Yeah.
But still, we did see some fight from our bottom 3 teams. The round's technically not over yet. I mean, it would be a mathematical miracle for them to come back, but I do like that they went down without a fight there. It's just, it's so difficult to get 2 players into the top 3 at the same time, and you know, it's hard when you have 3 teams doing everything in their power to make sure that does not happen.
Well, we went into the semifinals saying, guys, this feels like a finals with the lobby that we have. So,
absolutely.
I mean, this.
If only it was, too, because the race for first might have gotten even more interesting, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think SFC might have had the weakest race of the top 3 right now, so feels like we might have a very close.
SFC got 312.
Okay, I saw the 12.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's decent.
5-7
race.
slightly better. 4-9 probably about equivalent, so.
Yeah.
Actually a little bit better, but.
See where we're landing for our final race here.
Yeah, KE still is holding on to 4th right now. We will have the calculations right now to see if they are playing for something here other than placement. It is a 26-point gap, so I believe that is a confirmation like we anticipated right there.
Yeah. I had a feeling that the teams that were in the top 3 were going to be the ones that moved on. There was a strong fight. The will was there, but it was unfortunately just not enough.
Well, there's a lot of things to play for right now, just in Pride. I mean, anybody could come out as the lobby champion in that top 3 right now. Only 7 points separating them all, and only a 1-point gap between 5th and 6th right now. So maybe they could go for that, and you know, if they get a big race, 4th is still on the table too.
That is correct.
That said, there will be no repeating champions this year. Luckyo did win Catalyst earlier this year, but it was not with Emarie, I believe. I think it was with Darky.
Yes, Luckyo and Darky were together, yep.
So Luckyo could be trying to double up this year as well. Maybe going for the Triple Crown with Riptide, who knows?
Yeah.
I just made that up, but I think there should be a triple. There should be a Triple Crown. Let's
I
be
think
real
that would
here.
be cool, yeah.
And almost ironically, Nick and Soldier finally find their way into the top 2. It's just it's a little too late.
Too little, yep.
Still, though, I mean, if you're going for 4th place, this is kind of the avenue for it.
Yeah. It'll feel good if you can like at least clutch out a 4th place
Yeah, and
spot,
Teeples and Brandon are in the back right now, and really all Teeples and Brandon need to do is play defense.
Yeah,
their top 2 gone right now, actually.
Blaze just got hit out by someone. I'm not sure who it was.
Yeah, Nick finally getting some running space, it seems like. Soldier flirted with some earlier, got one first, held for quite a bit, but didn't get it at the very end.
Nick taking yet another
This
blue
blue's
shell.
no, this blue's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Wait, what?
I don't know. I think Soldier was carrying.
might have had a horn.
Soldier had been carrying a horn, and it makes sense because Luckyo had this ghost in third for a while and still has it, so he did not steal it.
Yeah.
Very kind of him to allow
That
that,
was nice.
exchange to occur, perhaps. But I think Luckyo is probably thinking about a shock coming in about 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, especially with
Pop
this
that
item.
ghost maybe right now,
I mean,
or
look
maybe
at
we're
the
playing
spacing.
safe.
So if it's coming now.
Luckyo's gambling on it not happening right now. Perhaps just wanting to ensure the safe ending. Or maybe, that's it. That's certainly interesting right there. Soldier getting hit at the very end, and there's the shock also.
It almost makes me wonder if Yezy dodged.
Well, Arti dodged. Got right by Cynda on the line right there. Nick holding on to first. Good for him right there. It's hard to say who exactly won that. I want to say SFC might have just been able to hold on since Arti got fourth. And I don't remember who got second exactly. I think it was
Luckyo got second.
with the ghost.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
maybe it
Luckyo
was
second.
enough. I don't think it was enough to pass, but we'll see. They're mashing through the results right now.
Yeah,
so
we'll have to see.
we're
I'm
waiting
excited.
on our great stream host to give us that scorecard. So
Wow.
what do you think about that round?
It didn't necessarily go as expected, which makes it exciting
I suppose,
as commentators. Maybe not so much for the players who didn't make it.
I think we saw a lot of good stuff from the top 3 teams that could indicate that they could all be factors in the finals coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Luckyo and Emarie impressed me quite a few races. Cynda and Blaze, kind of hot start, just played defense, kind of prevent and stuff, just make sure there were no disasters. I didn't really see them getting any great spots in the second half, but they were never getting bad races. And of course, SFC just good all around too.
Yeah, and I mean, those top 3 teams all in the 180s. They just really stole all of the points from these bottom 3 teams, unable to catch up.
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, rough round for Team List, our defending champions, but I will say they came up huge on the last race, stole that 5th place. So definitely got rewarded in some way.
Yeah, something to be happy about.
May not be exactly what they wanted. Still, good run for them.
Well, I feel like every year we go into Momocon, it gets tougher and tougher. So
really solid for Zeke and Yezy to get 11th still. They played to their seed, proved that they belonged as high as they were rated.
Yeah, it wasn't like a complete blowout. So for them to still gain as many points as they did, I mean, they're comfortable with each other. They live in the same region. I talked to them before. They said that they lounged together quite a bit.
It's a tough room.
Yeah, it's a tough room.
Before we head off, also want to give a shout out to Burger Squad, Zay and D-Mouse. 29th seed making it to the top 12, so shout out to them for that run as well.
So they're in finals.
No, they were knocked out last round.
Oh, they were knocked out. Yes, sorry. But they made it to
top 12.
Got it. I see.
I get it because top 12 is ordinarily finals for us, but top 6 in the
top
2v2
6
tournament.
Yes.
But speaking of finals, we'll see you guys on that tonight, so stick around for the rest of the day. But we're about to hand it off to Jacob and Miles, right?
Yeah.
For our 2v2 finals. I'm sorry we won't be there this year. Maybe we'll get a good Mount Wario race. Maybe that will be.
We'll be on FFA finals though, so
maybe Mount Wario follows us instead of 2v2. Who knows?
We'll have to see. I wonder if there'll be like a gentleman's agreement or something up there.
I don't think there should be one, but if people want to for the meme or for fun, more than welcome to continue the legacy and complete the trilogy, perhaps.
Yeah. So. A great way to close it out.
Anyway, that's all for me.
Yeah, that's all from me too. Thank you guys. Stick around. We're going to be jumping into the 2v2 finals here in just a moment.
Be right back. See y'all.